Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Cramming 10 pounds of radio into a 5-pound bag. It's the Audience of One show on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5 FM, streaming on irlonestar.com and available wherever you get your podcasts from. On today's show, we discuss music for the dead, pickleball fights, and what happens if you sit too much. I am Andrew, maestro of the run sheet, next to the guy who will judge you if you order salad at a restaurant. It's Dick. I've never had bad meat. Schisler. What's up, man? Never had bad meat except for that one time in college. We won't talk about that. What's going on, buddy? The Olympics is over. I know that you're awfully depressed. Got to watch your American hockey team destroy it to a gold medal.
No, that's not depressing. That was pretty fun.
No, that's fun, but the fact that it's over. I guess I shouldn't be upset that it's over. I should just be happy that it happened. Right? Yeah. I can't look at you with those glasses on.
Yeah, no, it was, overall, it was fun to watch, I guess.
They're so reflective. I can see myself in them, and it's distracting.
That's why I like them.
I don't know if your eyes are open or not, and I actually need to keep an eye on you to know if you're still conscious.
This is my next move.
Oh, God.
I'm about to get comfortable.
Oh, no. If it just goes quiet, everybody from that side of the room, you know that Dick is now asleep, and I have no idea.
Oh, I slept on the floor yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was one of those...
On purpose? Were you banished to the floor somehow?
No, it was one of those feelings where it's like my eyes, I couldn't keep them open. I'm like, I'm just going to see if this thing works. And I just got on the floor and fell asleep.
If what thing works? The floor?
Sleeping. Because I was frustrated with my body.
Interesting man.
And I was like, let's just get this over with. I got time. I got 45 minutes to the next show. Boom, out for like 20 minutes, like peaceful sleep. Woke up totally refreshed.
You mean here on this floor in the studio? Okay, I thought you meant last night at your domicile.
No.
Well, do you know where the next Olympics will be, Dick?
L.A., dog.
Los Angeles.
I'm going to
2028. Are you now? I think we should take a pilgrimage
I'm
up
going
there.
to Oklahoma.
Yes, the rowing will be in Oklahoma City, though.
I still think that's really funny because, especially how they do it on TV, it's like, oh, by the way, we're not in L.A. This is in Oklahoma.
Asterisks.
Yeah, and it's like, we're in Oklahoma for
I guess that
event.
Los Angeles just doesn't have the facilities to accommodate
But there's
rowing.
nothing closer?
Right? It's not even close. You're right. And I think that Oklahoma City has this river that runs through downtown. It's perfect for rowing. But it does suck if you're coming over from another country to represent your country. You're coming to the United States for the first time from Botswana or whatever, and you end up in Oklahoma City. You're like, God, this sucks.
I guess by the time we get there, it could be like the new Ukraine. You never know.
Sure. I don't even know what that means.
We don't even know Iran's going to be here. We don't even
We know Russia won't be.
Yeah. Are they permanently banned forever, or are they banned for like 7 Olympics or something like that?
I don't know. I know some of the athletes were able to participate, but they couldn't represent Russia.
Yeah, so what's funny is I was reading the Paralympics are in a couple of weeks, and they're allowing Russia to participate, right? And then I was reading all this stuff.
The jokes write themselves, I think. Go ahead.
Well, I was reading about like certain countries are really upset by it, like Ukraine. And I go, you know what's really weird about this? It's like, imagine people protesting Russia being there, like you're in front of the bus, like, oh, we don't welcome you. And everyone's like, it's like the ice skating team that has they don't have legs. And they're just
protesting these guys. Leave them alone. They have no legs,
yeah, they're
man.
coming off the bus. And they're like
throwing stuff at them.
Getting in their wheelchairs.
Dodge this. You know, one of the things I find interesting about the Paralympics and like competitions that involve folks that are disabled. A lot of times they will have as commentators people who are para-impaired themselves.
Yeah.
And I always find that kind of interesting. why do you only allow someone who may have a disability to commentate on others who have a disability? Wouldn't you just let this guy commentate on any event? If he's a good commentator, what does it matter if he's missing a limb?
He knows all the lingo.
Yeah, but I understand, but why couldn't he also then do the regular Olympics?
Well, he doesn't know the lingo because they're not disabled. He knows the disabled lingo.
Is that what it is? It's the lingo, Dick? I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of...
or they might be past participants.
That's well, a lot of times it is.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
Well, they could just do the regular Olympics
Who would you want? You want Joe Buck down there?
All the time. Joe Buck for everything.
I hate Joe Buck.
He's the narrator of my life.
That's sad. Are you in hell?
He's not that bad, dude.
No, he's bad, dude.
You know,
then again, you're not an Astros fan.
One of the things I am going to miss about the Olympics, I said this earlier to you off the air, is that seeing everything in metric, centimeters, Celsius, because everything was measured in meters over there in Italy. Do you think if Anders Celsius was an American, we would be using Celsius over here?
Yeah.
I think so, right? Because we're proud. Isn't he like from Sweden or
I don't care.
Switzerland or something?
We don't use his scale, so who cares?
You don't give one iota about it, do you?
There's this
Can you give, by the way, can you give more than one iota?
I don't know.
Can you give 2 or 3?
I don't know what an iota is.
Yeah, what the heck is an iota? But I know that you only give one of them.
But,
not any more than 2 or 3. Anyways, sorry.
I watched this Canadian wilderness guy build his cabin, and he does everything in Celsius, so I've gotten to the point where I know, like secondhand, I know what Celsius is.
That commie temperature, huh?
Next thing you know, I'm going to be speaking French.
That's the next step. First Celsius, then French. Yeah. We're going to have
I'm going to wild card it.
We're going to have a metric system intervention with you.
All my shop tools being totally different readouts. And... you know what I learned the other day, too? This is kind of wild.
What's that? And now what Dick learned the other day.
So you ever seen Snatch, the movie?
Yes.
The Guy Ritchie movie. You know how they call Dags?
Yes. You mean dogs? Yes.
Yeah, Dags. Well, apparently in the UK, Dags is considered a derogatory term.
Probably shouldn't be saying it on the airways then.
Well, it's just in the UK.
Oh, okay. Then it's anything goes over here.
Well, no,
Dags for days, baby.
Yeah, this guy, I was reading this article. This interesting. You know, like I think it was a year or two ago. This is kind of a messed up story. A year or two ago, that dude went on the bridge and started stabbing people. Remember that story?
More specific.
It was like on the London Bridge.
Well, that's falling down.
He was just stabbing folks. Well, this police officer who's one of the first on the scene, they had to do their investigation of everything, right? Mm-hmm. Well, on his text messages, he said some kind of mean things, and he got fired after helping this.
So are you claiming that if someone does a moderate to average or above average Samaritan deed, they should be able to...
not get fired?
Yeah.
Well, his text
message...
There are
a few racial slurs here and there.
Like, they got access, because you know how they get access to everything, but Dags was on there, and apparently Dags is...
But he saved that guy that one time, though.
Well, what I found ironic is the reason they found out is because of him saving the people on the bridge.
That's how they got into his internet.
Yeah, because they do an investigation of everybody, like what you're doing and like exactly how you like. So yeah, he said some really colorful things about people, and apparently Dag is.
I think you need to stop saying it.
Well, you can say like, I like Dags.
Oh, you like them now.
But apparently now, if you say it in that context, you're making fun of gypsies and poor people. And that's what he was commenting on. He's like, there's a bunch of Dags over there, so be careful, whatever.
Speaking of derogatory words, did you see the BAFTA awards last week?
Yeah, dude. I was...
kind of everywhere. I'm sure that we're not breaking any news here.
Yeah, so if people don't know this, at the BAFTA, which is basically like the English version of the Oscars, it's theirs.
They measure things in Celsius.
Yeah, they measure things in BAFTA. And... several throughout the night, there's a man with Tourette's because they made a movie about a man with this actual living person.
The name of the movie was called I Swear.
I Swear. And he was invited to the BAFTAs. And I guess people knew that there was someone with Tourette's. And I guess he has corpophilia, which is like a percentage of Tourette's people have where they say really obscene things without control. Well, he said a couple crazy things, apparently.
Dags.
Just
yelled it out, didn't he?
No, apparently he said more than that.
Did he?
Yeah, and
I'm aware.
He said there was two black presenters, two great actors, Michael B. Jordan, and I forget the other guy's name, something Hayes or something like that. Hey, stop eating my sesame cake. What movie?
I don't know.
I think it's Ace Ventura.
Is it?
Remember that?
No, I don't know.
It's the actor.
I do think it's interesting,
that was the actor
though,
on the stage, though.
that
Stop
you
eating
invite someone.
my sesame cake.
You invite someone who has this terrible malady of Tourette's.
I think it's great.
To an award ceremony because they made a movie where he is the lead person portrayed in it, and then there's outrage when he happens to yell out racial or otherwise things at the presenters.
Oh, he said apparently
it's
he said
kind
a
of the
bunch
way
of
it
stuff.
works.
Yeah, it was one of those kind of like leopards ate my face kind of moment. Because you're kind of like...
I mean, you had to have known. You can't be mad at this guy. You're literally celebrating a movie in which this guy has a disability. It's so hard to be acclimated into society. And then when you invite him there and he's overstimulated, he's going to say the worst thing that comes to his mind.
Yeah.
What the... Oh, man.
Oh, dude. When I was reading it, I was sitting there going like, this is one of those weird moments that we should all agree just to move on. But no, that's not how it's done.
No. And I believe Jamie Foxx said something like, oh, he knew what he was saying.
Yeah.
He meant that. And I'm like, actually, Jamie, that's literally the exact malady that he has. That's the whole point here.
Yeah.
That's what his malady is. Anyways, I'm not going to get into it, but it
uh,
made for some interesting audio.
Oh, it was a great conversation between all my friends because some people were like, "Oh, he's a bigot," and I'm like, "Yeah, he definitely is."
That's kind of not the way it works. And I think Balin from Balin Out Loud did have some comments on this as well.
Good.
Where she defended him, saying,
she probably said the same words. She got triggered.
I wonder if it works the same way when you're writing. If you're writing something down, do you start cursing?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know if anyone's... that's one of my top watches of last year is Bail It Out Loud.
Yeah. I think she's single, dude. Right up your alley.
Well, you know how much fun I would have with that?
Because she's a great, smart,
because
fun person to
take
be
her
with?
to the
What do you mean?
You take her to the airport and she'll just scream out, "I got a gun."
Oh, that's not fun, Dick.
She's done that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, it'd be a wild ride to hang out with her because you have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, at some point, someone's going to call her bluff, man.
I take her to medieval times, see what happens there. Yeah. Plant some seeds,
so to speak.
That's a dag. But yeah, I really do encourage. One of my favorite things she says, let's see if I can remember it. She said something like, "Joe Biden's buried in my backyard. The White House is full of she said that word, and then
I don't even know what word you're talking about.
A woman part, a lady part.
Okay, with the amount of stuff you have said on this show before, and you won't say.
And then she goes, "Joe Biden's in my backyard, snorting cocaine in the Revolutionary War." God damn!
Now, actually, that sounds like a great line from a rap song.
I know.
To be honest with you,
telling you,
put that to music.
When I heard that, I was like, "This girl's a poet."
Balin's got some talent.
She's a poet.
Speaking of talking and saying words that you don't mean to say, Dick, I think I'm confused as to when I should say simmy and semi.
There's a great clip of her with the cameraman. I guess
ignore that last statement I just said.
I guess the cameraman name is Bob, and her tick was going off. She's like, "Bob smokes meth." Big Bob meth head. Meth head Bob.
It does seem like one of those maladies where you can get away with just about anything.
Yeah, it's like he has meth on him. He's gonna smoke meth after this. Bob meth head. It's like you see Bob behind the camera just cracking up.
I don't even remember what I said.
I don't know what you said, but
semi and semi. That's what it was.
But yeah,
because I don't say. I say semifinals. I don't say semifinals. Right, but if I see a large truck on the road, I say semi truck. I don't say semi truck.
I say semi.
A semi? Oh, but you don't. But if you put the word truck after it, would you still say
semi truck?
You say semi truck, not semi truck.
Semi sounds.
That's what I'm saying. I'm confused as to when you should. Do you say semifinals or semifinals? Semifinals. I think I say semifinals. I don't know. These are the things that let's ask Balin.
Okay.
I don't know. Just thinking about it, I'm not sure when I should say certain words. It's much like that's my Tourette's.
Yeah. You gonna watch the World Baseball Classic?
You know it, dog.
I'm all about that. I can't wait till I get more reports about how terrible U.S. is in the World Cup. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're going to do it in Mexico after Mexico had that little fight.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about? Did you hear about that fight?
I did not.
They killed one of the drug lords, and now drug lords are just tearing it up.
Oh, that's what you're referring to?
Yeah.
The little fight. Yeah, no, I'm aware of what's going on in Mexico. My feed right now, I'm trying to stay away from that. It's just mostly focused on Punch the Monkey, okay?
What's Punch the Monkey?
You don't know what Punch the Monkey is?
No.
We'll have to talk about that off air.
Is it funny?
Funny, sad. This is a little monkey in a Japanese zoo who was rejected by his mother.
Oh.
And
is he punching everybody?
No, but he's being shunned by just about everybody. And
what did he do?
He's being rejected by his mother, and he's trying to join another clan, and they just push him away. They've given him a little stuffed monkey friend, and he carries it everywhere. He has captured the hearts of the internet
you want to
and
adopt
the
him?
world.
You want him to be?
Heck no.
Is he the onesie of the week?
No, dude, monkeys are terrible.
Is he
pets.
flinging poo?
Oh, I'm sure he's going to do that.
Yeah, he's already my onesie of the week.
I can't believe you don't know who Punch the Monkey is, man. He is literally everywhere.
No, dude, my social media feeds, all my ads, you know what they are? You know what they are these days? It's basically men telling me that I don't know how to get women, and I'm texting them all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically a class how to get women.
You know, we may have something similar to this in the second half of this show.
Good,
so this is going to be perfect.
Because it's been hitting me real hard. And I was like, man, when have I ever had trouble with women? What are you trying to say to me, AI? What are you trying to say?
All right, man, let's go ahead and kick off the show. I know you moved the show music intro to a different folder, so we should no longer have any issues kicking it off. Look at that. Play.
I fixed it.
Did you? You were kind of cocky with the way you hit that button, too.
That's because I had to move. I was like, I had to do that last-ditch effort.
Spotify has partnered with Liquid Death. We know that Liquid Death is just a water company to create the Eternal Playlist Urn, the world's first wireless speaker designed to bring your music somewhere that it has never been before, i.e., the afterlife. Dick, there is a video in here if you want to play, because I know you're all about videos. Yes, this is real. I'm not entirely sure why Spotify had to go with Liquid Death, other than the reason that there's the word death in it. I mean, water signifies life, so I'm not sure. But what this is it's an urn that has a Wi-Fi speaker built into it so that you can play music for your loved ones' ashes. We just talked about ashes last week.
This is kind of cool.
Yeah, I thought this was a joke. However, it is not.
So, wait, if it's Wi-Fi, that means you have to have something by it to play.
Yes.
So, are they saying that you're going to keep the urn in your house forever and it's just a speaker?
I mean, I guess so. I'm not sure what this is. Typically, you take...
It looks 3D printed.
Typically, you take Wi-Fi speakers everywhere, like out to the pool. But, I mean, I'd be afraid I'd accidentally knock Grandma over into the shallow end of the wade pool.
This has got to be a joke.
I think it's real, man. Now, what kind of songs, Dick, would you play in your urn for your loved ones? I'm thinking something like, Don't Fear the Reaper, See You at the Crossroads, something. I don't know, man. This is really weird, which means if you're wanting to listen to music...
I was born to party. That's that Beastie Boys.
Okay. I was kind of going
more... You got to fight for your right.
To partay?
To partay.
I was kind of going with the death theme, but hey, whatever, you do you, man.
Well, it is, okay. But yeah, that's...
kind of crazy. Can you imagine, though,
I think that's a joke.
At a
I'm sorry. I think that's a joke.
You think so?
Yeah. Looking at the ad, I think it's just kind of like a shock thing.
I mean, it would make more sense that it doesn't
Do you know how much
exist.
it costs?
It does not say. It says available for purchase now in the U.S. in limited quantities.
Guess how much it costs?
Wait, hold on.
I got it right in front of me.
$225.
No.
It's got to be more than that, actually, if it's a real urn. Probably $1,100.
$495.
Okay. Would you be interested in purchasing the death urn from Liquid Death or whatever it's called? I don't even know what is it called. It doesn't have a name. Just Eternal. Oh, Eternal Playlist Urn. I don't know, man. This is nuts. Oh my God. Yeah. What will they think of next? I'm not entirely sure.
So it just plays music over your
dead one's ashes. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. I like the poop picture taker better than this.
The Kohler poop camera.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I'm sure you do, but this has nothing to do with...
Well, I was thinking of weird gadgets, and that's not fun.
Yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure what liquid death even has to do with it, but I digress. Speaking of death, Dick, this is interesting, but Helen Svick was declared legally dead in December 2025 by the Social Security Administration. The problem is, Miss Helen is still alive. However, this is the fourth time since 2017 that Miss Helen has been declared dead by the Social Security Administration, including twice in 2025 alone. This poor woman. The first and second incidences in 2017 and 2020 were resolved quickly, but they gave no explanation for the errors. And they're saying, the SSA that is saying they have no idea why this continues to happen. In April 2025, after the third incident, her daughter Cheryl received a letter from SSA apologizing for the mistake. But what sucks is you never know this is going to happen until you open up your Bank of America statement and you didn't get your check and you're like, I guess I'm dead again. Of course, the bills keep coming through, so they got like $5,000 worth of insurance, prescriptions, and assisted living facility care stuff to take care of. Sucks, man.
I had a buddy once that their computer glitch at the police office kept renewing his warrant.
Oh, I think you did mention that, right? And every time you drive into this county, you just have to show them, no, look.
Yeah, you get arrested.
Yeah, but
then finally, after a while, they're like, after I think the fourth time, they're like, hey, if this happens again, this is what you need to keep this in your car. And he's like, I only drive through this county 5 times a year, and I always get pulled over because they just, they scan or whatever, and like, oh, we got a warrant. Yeah.
It would be kind of funny if this lady shows up to vote and they're like, I'm sorry, ma'am, you're deceased.
You're one of those cheaters they've been talking about.
I'm right here.
Ben Shapiro talks about you.
Ma'am, you clearly passed away months ago. Please move on.
That's funny.
This poor woman.
That's why you vote twice, so you gotta make up for this lady.
That's right. Vote early, vote often. That's what I always say.
I wonder how that really messes up that many times. I can understand one time because somebody wrote the name wrong or something, or like the hospital for some reason.
Fat fingered a number.
Yeah, but like 4 times?
Kind of strange.
That
since
is
2017.
Really strange. Do you think that's someone trying to steal their identity or something?
Ooh, good point.
Because I don't really know how the Social Security office, without being notified, declares you're dead.
Yeah, we've talked
Someone's
about
got
that.
to notify.
Yeah, we've talked about that where people will continue to get benefits because they just, a little slow in reporting stuff. Yeah. But this is the other way around.
Yeah, someone at the Social Security office got it out for this lady.
So Miss Helen did have an unfortunate quote in this article, and she says, quote, I'll just be glad when it's over. Well, Miss Helen, when you're 94, it's probably not the wisest choice of words to say. I think you meant to say, I'll be glad when it's resolved quickly.
No, she's got another 10.
God, I hope I'm just glad when this is all over. Well, it can be. Let's be careful what you wish for there.
She's got another 10 in her.
That's what she said. I hope I can live another 10 years. Quote.
That's my girl right there. She's onesie of the week.
She's certainly in the running.
She's over 90 and still wants to live. I like that guy. And I like that girl.
Bingo.
Most old people I know want to die. It's very depressing.
I know the feeling.
Well, you want to die?
At times.
Really?
No, I'm kidding, of course. Dick, this is interesting. We talk about Waymo quite a bit on this show. And, of course, Waymo now opened in several cities here in Texas, including Houston.
Oh, really?
This week. I believe it was Tuesday.
They get on the highway?
No, they only do certain downtown areas that they've got mapped out. They're not yet highway approved.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering that.
Well, obviously, these are cars that are driven without humans, robos, as they call them, robo-taxis.
Pretty cool.
But what happens when a departing passenger leaves a door open? Well, the car won't move until a person comes and physically closes it. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
So for tasks like this, Waymo is turning to DoorDash.
To close the doors.
To close the doors, which kind of seems like a self-fulfilling prophecy with a company called DoorDash. They're hiring out DoorDash drivers to, on their route, stop by and close the door of these Waymos that are just sitting there.
I feel like we're creating more problems than solving here, guys.
I'm surprised that we didn't think about that before.
Well, it's more of you got to pay until the doors close. How about that? You just charge the.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Or you just charge them the Waymo or the DoorDash fee. I'm sorry, however much it cost for the DoorDash.
No, I would put it on like you're running a meter, and like for as long as the door's open.
Would you be, if you saw Waymo just sitting on the side of the road with the door open, would you be an average Samaritan, go over there and close the door, or would you stand there and go, "Ha, sucker, robot can't close your door, can you?" And kind of like bully the robot car.
No, I try to jump in without.
What are you gonna do, Waymo? What are you gonna do?
I try to jump in without it seeing me. And see if it takes me somewhere.
Or conversely, if you see a Waymo sitting on the side of the road waiting for a call, do you just walk by and just open the door?
Yeah. I mean,
dude, I'm all about antagonizing the robots. I will say, I have noticed something about myself.
That's why you're going first, dog.
Probably. I'm not long for this world when the robots take over. I'm first on their kill list. I will say, when I realize I'm on the phone with a bot, I don't have the nicest of tones.
I believe it.
I'm just like, you're a robot. Screw off.
Hang up.
Well, then sometimes you're not going to get what you need because that's the only way.
I always find a way to get what I need.
That sounded kind of creepy.
I mean, look at me.
That's kind of funny. It does say there's another.
I think I'm
company that they've also
really
hired.
am curious why they don't just charge people.
Well, I think they're going to eventually have automatic closing doors.
Well, not even that. You just send a text to the person. It's like, please shut the door. You're going to be charged X amount of dollars until the door's shut.
True. Or they probably need to have signs everywhere on the doors. Please close the door. This is probably something they did not think about during their
well, they're probably
testing.
shocked that human beings don't close. I don't know why you wouldn't close the door.
It drove me here on its own. It should be able to shut the door on its own. I mean, come on.
We had to open the door to get in.
We talked about toilet seats last week and leaving them open and closed. I mean, car doors, just the next
step. Common courtesy to close it before you flush.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the next thing. They're going to have recordings in there. Please close the door upon departure. Please close the door upon departure.
That's really not going to motivate me to close
it. Yeah. It says one DoorDash driver was offered $11.25 just to go and close the door of a nearby Waymo. Now, I'm thinking side gig if you're a DoorDasher.
Yeah.
Now you really are a DoorDasher.
Cool joke.
I know. So good I had to say it twice. It says that Waymo is valued at $126 billion.
What?
I don't see how. Wow. All just for self-driving cars. Come on.
I'm kind of shocked. Are trains automated yet?
Seems like that'd be a lot easier, right? Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. I mean, the ones at the airport.
The subway and stuff?
Well, the ones in the airport are. I mean, they don't have any drivers on them.
There's a train at the airport?
Yes.
Really?
Monorails. Trains to go in between terminals. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's not anybody operating them, so.
Really? I never seen them.
I've been in the first cart all the way to the last cart. No humans.
Well, I never take.
And that's when I removed my pants because I could. Nobody told me I couldn't. It was great. And when I left the door open.
Gotta get that sweat out. No, I never knew there was a train there.
Yeah, they're just called like trams or something. I don't know. It's the same. It's essentially a train.
So who screwed the pooch on that? And like you gotta take a train to get to your terminal. That's like the cheapest air flight or something, or how's that work?
Oh my gosh, do you not know how airports work?
Well, every airport I ever went to, my gate was right there, when I walked in.
Many airports, not just the one here,
I've been on an international flight, dog,
that are far enough apart from each other that it would be more expedient to take a tram to connect to one terminal to the next.
Like, this is a full-on train. Like the metro in downtown Houston.
No, not quite. I mean, they're smaller, and they're electric. It's not a full-on choo-choo train. I know you're obsessed with trains.
I know. I'm trying to...
It's not a full-on train, but it is on rails. By definition, probably a train. Is there a definition or difference between a tram and a train? I don't know. What's the difference?
There's a trolley.
Oh, no. Now we've entered third member into this.
Is it like a trolley?
Trifecta.
Is it as big as a trolley?
Some of them are.
Is it underground?
Some are and some aren't. Actually, there's two of them at this one. Oh, there's one underground and then there's one above ground.
At Bush.
Yes, all up in Bush. You got one above ground and underground. That's correct. Two of them, baby.
That's
one of them.
I'm gonna go check that out.
The one underground is before security. The one above ground is after the security terminals.
I'm gonna check that out.
Well, you can check one of them out. You can't check unless you've got a ticket. Unless you are a ticketed passenger.
Well, that's what I'll do. I'll just go on a flight and show up like 10 hours early.
And just ride the train back and forth. Look at me! Terminal A! Terminal B!
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, sounds like a blast.
Yeah.
Speaking of a blast, deputies were dispatched to a country club in Port Orange County. That's in Florida, 57 miles northeast of Orlando, this past Sunday, because of a fight on a pickleball court involving up to 20 people.
Oh, yeah.
Get this. Anthony, who is 63, and his wife, Julianne, 51, were arrested after multiple people sustained injuries, including a 70-year-old man. Well, of course, they're 60s and 70s. It's a pickleball court.
What was the fight over?
It says the match got heated after Anthony accused his opponent of crossing into the kitchen. Now, kitchen is a pickleball term, which is basically a restricted area in the front of the court that you're not allowed to step into unless the ball is there. I suppose that's the rule.
What?
I haven't played in a while. It was kind of a thing in my neighborhood. We played for a little bit, and we don't anymore, thank goodness.
Did I ever tell you?
I could just never take it seriously, and I think it's because of the sound of the paddles that it makes. It's like, I just couldn't take that sport seriously.
Oh, you're having fun. That's the most important part.
Sure.
Did I ever tell you the story about the futsal fight I saw?
The futsal fight? No.
It was like 20 people, and it was. I used to play futsal at by Sugarland.
You're saying football really oddly.
Well, futsal is like a smaller court for soccer.
Mm-hmm.
It's 5-on-5, and it's like the way I describe to people is like imagine a tennis court, but you put soccer
definitely in meters and centimeters,
and it's on concrete.
Mm-hmm.
And this place had two courts that made an L. So we were on like the lower L part, like a capital L. And we look over and we see these guys screaming in Spanish. And like we're still playing. And the next thing we hear like 20 or so people screaming in Spanish. And we all stop playing soccer. We turn and these dudes were just like all over the court, like jumping over a fence, fighting. And we're sitting there like, do we keep playing? Because we're timed. We pay for court time.
Yeah.
And we're like, I guess we
just keep going.
We keep playing. And it went on for like 30 minutes.
Well, what made this one particularly dangerous is that 70-year-old got beat over the face with one of the paddles.
Yeah.
Which could be extreme. I mean, you could kill somebody with a racquetball paddle or a pickleball paddle, Dick. I don't know if you're aware of that. Dang.
That's a cool
I don't know.
Story.
We talk about it quite often of things you don't want to go to prison for. Definitely don't want to go to prison for a pickleball fight.
You don't come in my kitchen.
That's right. You don't come in my kitchen, boy. I'll paddle your ass.
I mean, I would bet there's probably some beef with these people. And
could be a bit of a.
And the kitchen thing was kind of an excuse.
A lover's triangle quarrel, if you catch my drift.
You know what's funny to me? And like, because and I are both bowlers. It is kind of, I know people like this, especially in the bowling world, when it comes to like cheating. It is one of the funniest things to watch people get so riled up about it. Like, I think my favorite rule that a lot of people don't know is you can't clean your ball after you start bowling in the league. But then when COVID came, no one really knew the rules anymore because it's like everything has to be clean or something. And the amount of people and I have that personality that everyone wants to tell me their problems. And people were just yelling at me, and I'm like, I'm not the one who did it.
I have to clean my ball. There could be COVID on it. Meanwhile, we're bowling together within, close proximity of each other.
But
all right, whatever.
It is one of the most fun to be around, but not be assaulted. But like, what are we arguing about? He got in the kitchen.
All right, man. It's probably a pretty good time to take a break. Am I right? I didn't write the time down since we started twice.
Yeah.
Due to an issue. All right, pretty good time to take a break. When we come back, we're going to discuss an arts and crafts emergency.
You know what's really funny I have a bookmark from the folks from the Dispute Resolution Center. Maybe I need to send them over to the paddle. What is it?
Pickleball?
Pickleball. I was called paddleball.
Well, in this case, it was a paddle ball. Paddle across your face ball. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
And we're back to the best second half of the best show every Monday. That's right, Audience of One. It's not Monday, it's Fridays, you idiot. We're here every Friday at 10 a.m. Were we ever Monday?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Wednesday for about a year.
I'm just making stuff
and
up.
I believe we've been on Fridays for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I don't...
It's Monday in your heart.
Yeah, it feels like
Again, watching you struggle to know the dates and times.
Oh, it happened again this week.
Is so entertaining.
It happened again this week. Well, see, you know what's funny, though? I would say like 30% of the time it's not my fault.
Never your fault.
But no, the reason I say that is because we have so many shows and we record. They're supposed to kind of like record on the same schedule, but when they get mixed up. So like yesterday, I wake up to a phone call at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's one of the hosts going like, hey, where's my show? That was like an important show. And I was like, wait, your show's on Wednesdays at noon. It's going to come out today. And they're like, oh, it's Wednesday? And I'm like, oh, it's 6 a.m.? And then I said some really mean words.
Well, welcome back to the second half of the Audience of One show,
and
everybody.
We're here.
If you like what you're hearing,
I really
feel
hope
free
you don't.
to donate, sponsor, subscribe to all of our YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook, Insta, or if we're even there, I don't even know.
Do we have an Insta?
I don't think so. I don't know. Just
Do we
find us.
Do we have a
like,
Threads?
subscribe. Oh, totally. I'm all over
Oh,
Threads.
you know, I got
LinkedIn, hitting
dude,
that up.
I got the other day.
You got.
I got. So I've been getting, besides the ads about how I don't know how to talk to women, I got an ad about a dating app for gamers. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to dip my toe in that. And I'm signing up, doing all their BS. And I'm convinced all of it's AI.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So is this dating app
Is it desperation?
aimed?
Yes.
Is this dating app aimed to connect to gamers, or is it aimed at just the male who is a gamer?
The way it was advertised was, it's a meeting. It's an app meeting thing, and it could be dating, could be friends. It's just
so. In other words, are you supposed to meet a woman or another dude who is also a gamer,
or both
at the same time?
At the same time,
and y'all can play pickleball. And then
but
beat
no,
each other
the
with
way
paddles.
it was advertised was like, if you're into these hobbies, the specific hobbies, like gaming, anime, and all that stuff, and I'm like, I like that stuff.
Furries, right?
That's probably the underground.
The Venn diagram there on that is pretty interesting, I'm sure.
But yeah, and I'm sitting there,
Crossovers, all I'm saying.
and I was like, that look like this all looks like AI to me.
Well, it is for gamers, so maybe they're just, positioning it for you in such a way that it attracts your attention.
How would you feel if I kept talking about a girlfriend or a wife, but it's AI? How would you feel about that? Because I have a buddy who talks like Chat GPT is chat. He's like, I'll probably talk to Chat about that later. I'm like, really? Who the hell's
so
Chat?
Weird. It's happening, Dick. It's all happening.
I know. No,
We're going down the crapper.
Hold on, I gotta remember what this app.
How would I feel? I mean, considering it's you, I'd probably just go with it and be like, well, whatever it is, Dick. Any normal person, I would think it'd be odd.
Boo.
But you do you, buddy. It's called Boo.
Boo.
It's probably AI, bruh. It's probably all fake.
It's funny. I can't even go to it.
Not on this. Not on. At the city hall.
Tells you what that's like.
Yeah, I think I got one of those links here in the second half. I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone. It said, Dick, did you see that the Northeast got walloped by a huge snowstorm this past week? They had like 36 inches of snow within a matter of a couple of days, I think. It was just insane. I did see some people that were taking the snow drifts that were on the side of the road and making like these amazing sculptures. I don't know if you saw that. Huge, like massive sculptures and
Where
stuff
is
with
this?
the snow. The Northeast, New York, Pennsylvania.
I did
They got
see,
hammered.
again, I didn't know if it was a fake story, but they were talking about this dude to complain against the snow not being taken out. He did a snow car and spray painted it and everything. And then, ironically, it got a ticket.
It was, okay, so it was like I'm saying, they were building sculptures with the snow, but he built a car to look like it was double parked or something, and it got a ticket. But how would they know to even get, I guess they figure when the ticket, or when the snow melts, they'll know who, I mean, how do you even know who to give it to? There's no license plates on it or anything,
That's
right?
that's why I thought it was fake.
Well, it could be.
I think I found it.
Unless he did throw somebody else's old tag on there. Okay, so we are watching a guy. Oh, he spray painted to look very much like a real car. I bet he did spray paint some kind of fake license plate. It looks kind of real. I don't know. This guy has a lot of time on his hands. I'm just going to say that making a snowman isn't nearly as glamorous as like the movies make it out to be, especially here in this area. First of all, your hands get cold. Right? You don't ever think about that when you're a little kid fantasizing about making a snowman. Your hands get really cold. And then here, half of it is going to be like leaves and dirt and maybe a dog poo. They never turn out like they do in the movies where they're all fluffy and white and everything's all... No, it's really not that fun of an event to do.
I think it depends on what kind of snow you're dealing with.
Well, you can't make a snowman in the real powdery stuff. It just falls apart. So you do need some kind of moisture. So typically down here where the snow is a little bit more moist, you can make some killer snowmen if you get enough snow. But again, half the time you got like half of the oak tree sticking out from the guy in dirt because we don't get a lot here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Amazing.
You like building a snowman? Would you like to build a snowman, Dick?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Snowball fight sounds fun, though.
Does it?
Especially against cops.
So I mentioned at the... Yeah, I did see that. I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, that was brutal. I mentioned at the end of last week, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to save that for this week. And wouldn't you know, something odd happened in between then and now. But I was on like MSN or whatever the other day, and I saw one of those clickbait articles down at the bottom, and it said... The real cause of David Carradine's death revealed.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, kinda, don't we really know how this guy died already?
He used a scarf instead of a belt.
Yeah, I'm like, we already know how this guy died. I mean, we don't really need this, but I so wanted to click on it. But then wouldn't you know, this week, his brother died.
I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah, he was I think he unalived himself.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was Carradine's his last. If it's either his brother or like his cousin or something. But yeah, how weird is that? But yeah, I almost clicked on this, but I'm like, wait a minute. We all know how Carradine went out in a bit of asphyxiation rage.
Is that like a what's his name? Richard Gere? Is it Richard Gere? Who's the guy from Pretty Woman?
Richard Gere. Mm-hmm.
I
think I know where you're going, sir.
Is it kind of one of those myths?
What are you talking about?
Because that thing like put a gerbil in his butt or something like that?
Robert Carradine is the one who died. Yes, you are referring to the gerbil in the rear end.
Yeah.
And
so is that the Carradine scenario?
No, he actually
How do you know?
Well, I mean, because
I don't think they would say that.
It was proven how he unalived himself. Now the Richard Gere thing, yeah, come on. That's not real. And I often wonder how these things get started. I believe he has addressed it before.
Well, he has to at one point.
Yeah, it's
if
like,
I know it, that means pretty much everyone else knows it.
And I just don't know. Because at some point there was some kid in his bedroom who was the first person to make that up. It started somewhere.
Yeah.
And however many decades ago it started for Richard Gere, but no, completely made up. The Carradine thing, on the other hand...
Well, he could have been murdered and set up that way.
It's possible, but I think we would know. I think there's evidence, Dick. Although, I don't know if you've heard about the Nirvana information that's come out here lately. They're uncovering that Kurt Cobain case once again. Apparently there is some evidence to suggest that he did not commit suicide.
Like what kind of evidence?
Things were arranged too perfectly.
And they all of a sudden realize this now?
I don't know that they realized it as much as someone has decided to go back and reopen it and say, look, we need to take a look at this again. I don't know, man. I'll stay on top of it to let you know if anything comes from it.
Good.
Dick, have you ever fallen asleep and found a nice, tasteful, artistic rendering of a penis drawn on your face?
Not probably.
Man, that happened to a friend of mine. And I couldn't tell him. And I hated it because I was on this trip. We were actually traveling to go see an Astros baseball game. We were in college. And we took this van that had, our bus that had probably 45 of us, 45 people on there. And he falls asleep. Well, what do you think happens? Yeah. Out comes the Sharpie. They draw the penis on his face. And we stop somewhere along the interstate to get a snack. He wakes up and they're looking at me like, you can't tell him. I've got all these people saying, you can't tell him. You can't. This is my buddy. I'm like, dang it. You can't tell him, dude. Of course, he goes into the store and talks to the clerk. Very artistic. It's tasteful, you know. And then finally, I had to say something like, bro, you got something on your face. And it's always a Sharpie, so it's not like it just wipes off. He had remnants of that for days. I felt terrible, man. Oh, gosh. I don't even know what I was going to say anymore.
Well, you have a rundown you can follow.
Yeah. You know what? Let's just hit some stories. This is interesting, Dick. Are you familiar with the term, what is it called? Looks maxing.
I've actually heard this. Because now min-maxing is a big thing.
Man-maxing. Min-maxing, looks maxing. It's kind of a system-based, systematic program to improve your appearance, it says, as a man.
Well, it's working.
Yeah, I can tell you've really been hitting the looks maxing regime.
Yeah.
Yeah. This website I'm on has an entire program that you can follow.
All right, let's see what it's going to judge me as.
Yeah, the tier 1 is the free fundamentals, the zero cost, sleep optimization, hydration, posture correction. It says proper tongue posture, otherwise known as mewing.
What?
Do you know what mewing is? I did not know either until I read this, so I had to look it up. Mewing refers to the technique of pushing your tongue to the roof of your mouth in an effort to sculpt your jawline and your facial features.
You know what's wild? When I was younger, I swallowed incorrectly.
I do think, and you had to have some kind of tongue surgery, right?
Yeah, and mewing was how they taught me how to swallow properly by putting your tongue against the roof of your mouth and doing your swallow.
And now you have an incredible jawline.
Because I think it was either I was pushing against my teeth when I swallowed, and so my jaw was getting unalived,
unalived. What?
Like
out of alignment.
Out of alignment.
Look like you just got hit with a pickleball paddle. Right.
I remember the doctor going like, people don't realize how powerful your tongue is, and if you're pushing against your teeth, swallowing 400 times a day,
yeah,
you're gonna start doing some stuff. And I was like, man, I just want to smoke crack.
I'm glad you learned how to swallow, Dick.
Yeah.
It says whether you're 17 or 37, starting from scratch or optimizing an already solid foundation, which you clearly are starting from. This guide gives you the exact roadmap. Everything is tiered by cost and commitment, so you can start wherever you are and scale up when you are ready. Now, one of the more famous looks... Oh, go ahead.
Can I tell you a funny story about, it says like a skincare and all this kind of stuff?
Yes.
So I finally started cleaning out my bathroom. And
finally.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Well, because I'm a simple man. I just need soap and I just need whatever. And I was like, you know what? I need to put some things together. Well, I guess the previous person who lived there with me, who lived with me.
That otherwise known as your ex-wife.
Yeah.
Right.
I found like 6 bottles of like super hydration skin eczema stuff.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there, I'm pulling it out. I'm like, after like the 3rd bottle, I was like, they're all different brands. And I go, man, who had eczema? Who had eczema? Like, who is this?
Well, obviously, it was working. You didn't even know.
Yeah, and I was like, the only other person who put stuff here is that lady.
That lady.
And I was like, she has eczema?
It's a great story. Maybe she was just looks maxing, dude.
No, that's it. It made me think of it because there's so many brands. I was like, what is going on?
The different categories of looks maxing here is body fat percentage, skin quality, hair, style and health, muscle mass and physique, style and wardrobe, teeth, posture, and advanced interventions. Ooh, now, one of the more famous, influencers that is known for his looks maxing is this guy named Clavicular. And I have a picture of him there in the run sheet if you want to show the onesies. He is about a 20...
He just looks like a model.
Yeah, right. But this is his gig, though. Apparently he's got millions of followers online, and he is known for his looks maxing techniques. He became known in the mid-2020s on Kick and TikTok, which commenters have described as extreme and controversial because he takes it to the next level and does bone smashing in his jaw to get the shape that you see there, allegedly using crystal meth to stay lean. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, dude. I told you that's all I wanted to do is do that crystal meth.
It does say, though, however, in
Bob does crystal meth.
December of 2025, there was a live stream clip of Clavicular hitting a man with a Tesla Cybertruck.
Nice.
And that's really what got him into the mainstream. But yeah, he's one of the more mainstream or well-known looks maxers. I'm having a hard time saying that.
Okay.
You ever? Oh, never mind.
What were you gonna ask?
Just what techniques you're implementing for looks maxing, but never mind. Dick, did you see this amazing video? And yes, there is a video.
Video
of a sinkhole in Nebraska.
My favorite.
Dude, this is nuts. You always think of sinkholes somewhere like in a third world country or Thailand.
My backyard, dog.
Yeah, just sucks up somebody. But this was on a main street in Nebraska. It says 67th Street.
Did we lose any cars?
Pacific. 2 cars sitting at a stoplight just suddenly fall. What appears to be about, 4 or 5 feet down in the middle and maybe 7 or 8 feet in the back. But I got to ask you, man, if you're just sitting there and all of a sudden your car starts to drop,
here we go, dog.
Do you think you realize what's happening?
Oh, yeah. I would immediately know it's a sinkhole. I can smell them.
And I'm sorry, you can smell a stinkhole? I can smell a stinkhole. I'm sorry, sinkhole, sorry. I guess at that point it would be a stinkhole.
I can smell sinkholes coming, dude. Especially if there's a lot of gas around it.
Yeah, I don't know what caused this particular...
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it looks like the back in there may have dropped close to 8 or 9 feet. That has got to be scary because when that's happening, you kind of start thinking you're going to hear some...
All the people are backing
up. You kind of start thinking you're going to hear some Chinese music playing because you don't know when it's going to stop. I'm going to start to see the other side. I would be absolutely terrified. Some people do run up to kind of help them, and then a few other people run off thinking, we don't know when this is going to stop.
Is that really a sinkhole, though?
I mean, what would you call it? The earth just opened up and swallowed those 2 cars. Like the people are emerging like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, but it's a little...
Man, I just washed my Camry.
It's a little too square for me.
Are you claiming this is fake?
I think that just might have been shoddy workmanship. Sinkholes are tight because you don't really know the radius of it because it'll keep going. And it usually is because just the way the water has been draining.
Underneath it?
But this looks
so
like...
you're claiming because the shape of this hole is too much like a rectangle,
well, no, look,
it's not a sinkhole.
Look,
I'm looking. It's almost a perfect rectangle. I get it.
I know. Let's...
And what's really crazy, Dick, is someone came up there and threw a chicken in it. Right
really?
After. Yep. Crazy.
Are you serious?
No. I know that's what you want to do, though. I think it's just the way it happened to break.
No, look at it.
All right, Dick doesn't believe this is a sinkhole. Why don't you go tell those people right now?
Look at it. You can see where it snaps
whose
right
Dodge
there.
truck has been snapped in half. No, it's not really a sinkhole. You should work for the insurance company. Well, we cover sinkholes, but not that one.
That's not a sinkhole, dude. That's
right.
a booby trap.
Okay. We have another...
There's another sinkhole video?
No.
Let's watch a real sinkhole video to make up for that one that's fake.
Well, we had a listener submitted story, and as I go to pull it up here, it will not. So I'm pulling it up here on my phone. I'm just going to preface this by saying, Dick, I do think this is a fake story. I'm not sure, but I am going to humor the onesies because this was submitted by a listener. But police say 21-year-old Marissa Doyle was arrested, it says late Saturday, but this is a few months ago, after what authorities have called one of the most, quote, unnecessarily creative breakups we have ever seen.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah? Does this article I have all the details?
These are sinkholes, dude.
Yeah, but see, that's pretty... Okay, it might not be square, but it's almost perfectly circular. So I don't know if you're just anti-geometry or whatever, but those are massive.
Yeah, these are fun.
Well, again, you should work for the insurance company. No, that's not a sinkhole, man. Denied. Claim denied.
Ma'am, I suggest you start losing some weight.
Well, approximately at 11:20 p.m., neighbors reported loud banging, dragging noises, and what one described as the sound of a crazy person doing construction alone. But when officers arrived, they found Marissa inside of her ex's apartment, having climbed through the doggy door, despite her being 5'7". And you would think someone who's that tall would have some problems getting through the doggy door, which tells me she was very motivated. What they found inside was his Xbox controller superglued to the ceiling, glued sneakers upside down above his bedroom door, as well as a remote control superglued to the wall. His shampoo bottles on the underneath side of the sink, also superglued. And when they confronted her, she calmly told officers, "Everything in this life is upside down now, just like he made mine."
Ooh.
Oh. They're calling it an arts and crafts emergency. This woman went nuts and superglued everything in the apartment after a terrible breakup. I guess walls, ceilings, everything. I don't know. Pretty interesting.
I think that's great.
I don't. Now, you said you thought you had heard of this.
No, there's another story, a breakup story, where the girl was harassing the boyfriend by doing stuff online and making him accusing him of stuff, and basically went to jail for it. I forgot what it was. It was pretty clever.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of the story that was sent to us about about the stripper who gave birth on stage, and we're like, I don't think that's real. I couldn't confirm it. Same with this, I couldn't confirm it.
What she did was she put up doggy daycare.
Uh-huh.
And she made ads saying he just loves dogs, so you can just drop them off, and he'll take care of them. Like it's like a doggy daycare. So all these people start bringing their pets to this guy's house and like leaving animals and stuff.
I don't think people would just leave the animal without first talking to somebody, though, right? No, here we go. Just open the fence and throw it in there. Nah, they got to talk to somebody. I think those stories are fake.
But I liked it.
You liked it, huh?
Look at that sinkhole.
Oh my gosh! How's the one in Dicetta doing? Still there?
Ooh.
Gotta do a checkup on it. Dick, are you aware if you spend hours each day sitting and not getting up frequently to stand, walk, or otherwise move around, you may experience a problem commonly known as
laziness,
dead butt syndrome, or DBS.
That's about to happen to me next weekend.
Yeah, you're going to find somebody with dead butt syndrome on that gamer app, because that's all you guys do is sit on your ass and play games.
Yeah, the new World of Warcraft expansion comes out.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
you got to be careful. The clinical term for this condition is gluteus medius tendinopathy, although it is referred to as gluteal amnesia sometimes. And they call it this because essentially your muscles forget what their intended purpose is, because they've been relaxed.
What is my purpose?
They've been relaxed for so long.
That's fantastic. I'm getting that right now.
Dead butt syndrome. You got dead face syndrome at the moment, man. It does say that moving more and sitting less can help prevent or treat dead butt syndrome, but you need to be aware that this odd surrounding condition can lead to other problems, Dick, if not taken seriously. Well, we shouldn't call it dead butt syndrome then, because I'm not taking anything called dead butt syndrome that seriously.
I like butt amnesia.
But that's better.
I like that a lot.
Do you now? I like butt amnesia, man. Can you? You're still? Are you? By the way, are you showing these videos to the one this whole time?
Yeah.
Just sinkhole videos?
Yeah, dude. Sinkholes are tight.
Why do I even try sometimes?
Next thing we'll do train videos.
Just the whole time while we're talking, just
train
trains
videos are tight.
Is that a tram or is that a train? I don't know. Good God.
What's wrong with that? We can do volcano videos. Those are cool too.
I guess. All right, man, it's a pretty good time for the quick hit here at the end of the show. Dick, do you know who Adam Sandell is?
No.
Could be Adam Sandel. I don't know, but it's Sandel.
Who is he? Who is he?
AKA, otherwise known as Professor Pull-Ups.
Oh, cool.
And he has now reclaimed the world record for the most pull-ups in 1 minute with an astounding total of, would you like to guess, Dick? How many pull-ups in 1 minute do you think the professor of pull-ups did?
I see it.
Oh, you already looked?
Yeah.
I thought you were looking at sinkholes. 77. This guy is 38 years old. He trained constantly for several years, it says 4 here, to be precise, to take back the record he lost in 2020 to China's Hong Zhongtao, whose total of 74 reps beat his previous by 6. And he said, nuh-uh, not on my terms, baby.
USA.
I'm taking this back. USA. He then broke that record, but he also has broken his own record 5 times, significantly pushing the boundaries since he first achieved 51 pull-ups back in 2016. So he has broken that record significantly. Dick, how many pull-ups do you think you could do in 1 minute?
Like 8.
Tops, right? Good God, 77. I was hoping to find a video of him doing this, and it looks like there's just a still, although it does link to Instagram, so maybe if you're logged in, it would click over and you could see this guy. My guess is, though, like if you're training, you got to have some of them incidences where you slam your face into the bar because you're doing it so fast. I didn't even know that was, I mean, we're getting to close to reaching a level that's just beyond human potential at that point. It takes a certain amount of time to go up and down. I can't imagine there being any more than 77 in 1 minute as even being possible. But I wonder if old Hong Zhongtao is there just training every day and every night. Yeah, so we're watching the video of him now, and I guess the rule here is his chin just has to clear. And his arms are super, super wide. So I guess the wider your arms are, the less travel distance it takes, right? Because if your arms are close together, God, this is just
How many times do you think he's hit his chin?
That's what I was saying. You get going and just smash your face.
Yeah.
His arms do appear to be pretty jacked.
Well, I hope so. He can do 77 chin-ups or pull-ups.
Although it does look like he may have missed a leg day or two in there. But I don't think it cares. Or it cares. I don't think he cares. Uh-oh, we're starting to slow down.
What kind of noises do you think he's making?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get some audio on this, baby.
It does kind of look like he's struggling a bit there to get those last ones out.
Here,
Careful, you don't know what he's going to say. He could be screaming all kinds of things.
We're about to find out.
Oh, God.
Gotta get rid of that sinkhole video.
Yeah, and your hands have got to burn like, you know what? This does kind of remind me of that, was it the circus? Oh, they got the counter on him. It does kind of remind me of that circus thing where it's how many seconds can you hang, and they'll give you a prize if you can hang for over 100 seconds or something like that. But the bar actually moves, it rotates, and puts your fingers towards the sky and really makes your grip weaker and weaker. So it's almost impossible to do. So are we really just going to watch this again?
I am.
Amazing. Riveting radio here, Dick.
That's congrats to that guy, I guess.
Yeah. All right. I don't think he's going to be our onesie of the week, though. I am going to give it to the 80 or 94-year-old woman who has been declared legally dead 4 times. The audience of one onesie of the week.
I'm giving the onesie to this guy.
Clavicular? No.
Yeah. He bone mashing. Was it bone curing?
Yeah. He was, bone mashing.
And then he does meth?
And crystal meth to keep lean. But I guess if you just keep breaking the bones in your body, I guess eventually they do reshape. But good God,
I think what does it for me is the shirt.
That's what does it for you?
Yeah,
it's part of the looks maxing attire wardrobe.
I think I'm pretty maxed out today.
Yeah, you're maxed on something, that's for sure.
Yeah,
All right, onesies, that's all we've got time for this week, everybody. Thank you for your time and attention. I'll be traveling next week, so we're going to put one in the can early, I think. I believe we're going to try. If not, see you in 2 weeks, but I have a feeling.
No, well, we haven't missed a week, have we?
No, not yet.
Yeah, we'll do it by phone, dude. I'll go with you to this trip.
Sounds awesome.
All
right, guys.
We won't miss an episode. We'll see you next Friday at 10 a.m.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.